Hey there folks, this is the game of Dominion, and this is going to be a pretty dang quick overview of this game because there's a lot of depth, there's a lot of expansions, all sorts of different things. I just want to give you a quick bit of what this game is and whether it may or may not be right for you. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. So this is Dominion right here, and you've got a couple of little bonus pieces with this second edition right here. I don't know if it does, second edition. So that's what they're selling now. In comparison to the first edition, there's some cards that are a little different, just a few. And then in addition to that, I believe you also get this trash little thing you can put down right there to where when you put something in the trash, you place it on there so you know. And then you got your rules right here, really pretty simple, and it gives you a handful of recommended sets. So this one rule book has all the different expansions in it, and it says if you're playing with Dominion and the expansion Nocturne, here are some cards that you should play with, because the thing that's best about Dominion, and I'll show you this a little bit, these are some of the cards that I don't prefer playing with. They're mostly attack cards, but in here I've got a bunch of the rest of the cards. People have all sorts of different ways of organizing their cards, and so here are a bunch of those other cards. And so you can see right here, this is gold, so if I grab that and pull it out, that's all of my gold right there, which obviously I need to figure out a better way because it's kind of hard to get out right there anyway. But you have a ton of cards. So you have money cards, you have victory points as cards, everything's a card, and then you have action cards. You have these action cards out, and so you're building up your deck. It's a deck building game. You're building up your deck of cards to try and get as many victory points as you can to win the game. So victory points win you the game, but when victory points are in your hand, they don't really do you any good. So it's that balance of timing of trying to get as many victory points as you can, but also trying to get gold, silver, copper to be able to purchase, and also be able to get other actions to purchase, that kind of a thing. So that's how Dominion works. It's a really simple game. This original Dominion base set is really pretty simple. You'll have a card. Every single card says what it does, and so if I played the Militia, it would say +2 gold, so that'd be the equivalent of a silver. And then each other player discards down to 3 cards. And so that's what that card does. You just play it down, and then you look out in the middle. Let's say I had 2 of those, and then I had 3 copper in my hand. I would have the buying power of 5, and so I'd look out and I'd buy something worth 5 or less, and that's how the game works. And you're playing all these different cards to try and accomplish that goal. So it's really fun. Even just this base set has a bunch of replayability built into it. There's how many different? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 different recommended sets, sets of cards that you can play with. You only play with 10 different action cards each game, and there's a bunch more than that. There's at least twice more than that, I believe. And so that just gives you so many different combinations of cards to play with. So the replayability of just Dominion is incredible, and then it jumps up so much every single time you add an expansion to that. And there are, I think, 11 official expansions out there, so tons of potential replayability in this series. So that is Dominion. It's an awesome game. If you're interested in deck building games, this is a great introduction. I've heard, and I would agree myself, this is awesome, and it just continues to build on itself. So if that's something you're interested in, or maybe you're not, I'd still recommend it. If you enjoy games, this is a great one. So hopefully that gives you a touch and a taste of what Dominion is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.